Hello, one and all. Welcome back to Campaign 9 Kindred Blood. I'm your host, as always, Vernity Void, and this here is part 15. I know I kind of did I forgot last part. It was really, the last part was really part 14, but I said part 13, but, you know, it's all good. I'm keeping track of the years. I just fumbled the words last time. This is really part 15. So, you know, if you want to know what happened in the last part, go ahead and watch the last part. This video is going to wait for you. But for now, let's go ahead and go over some national ideas, I guess. I had a request to read Shedda's third and fourth national idea, so let's go ahead and do that. So, oh my god, it's been a few days since I last recorded because of various family events. I had to go to a birthday party, and then had a friend flying in. So I just spent the weekend just with family for the most part. So I have not been able to record. But now that it's going to be Monday, and I am free to keep doing these. This week should finish up the entire campaign. Anyways, back to Shedda. Decentralized rule. Unlike the other Movendar, the Shedda realm has been decentralized, with the king only having ritual power over much of his supposed realm. Instead, various feudatories and monasteries hold much of our territory. And then the fourth national idea, Natu Udayavar. As the local chieftains hold vast amounts of political and military power, they are responsible for militaristic authority in the country, and must serve the Shedda Perumal in battles. So all of these estates from Shedda are more influential, meaning the AI has to keep an eye out for them just a little bit more. We will also go over some of Sumru's national ideas, number 3 and number 4. The Academia, an incredible place where the pursuit of knowledge is the sole goal. Probably. Maybe. And then the fourth national idea is Aranara Gorilla. Though they refuse to leave Vana, the forest, these creatures can still create chaos in the enemy lines by creating traps or helping set up. I think that was supposed to be helping us setting up ambushes or something like that. If they don't flee, that is. So it seems like there's some crazy wildlife in Sumru that helps with the attrition over there. And I got some innovativeness. I got a little bit. Anyways, let's keep going. Any amount of innovativeness is really good because it just really helps cut down on monarch points being spent over the long term. I'm trying to remember what happened in part 14 because I don't quite remember. It's been a little while, and I didn't watch the previous part in preparation for part 15. I'm basically diving in fresh, you know how it is. But the stuff that I do remember is that Alvern is on the downturn. Alvern on the downturn. Ledger. Current wars. Yeah, there's 3 wars against Alvern. They should win the one against Mallorca, or at least Mallorca's not going to really do much. America turned Mexico is going to take all those New World holdings in Baghdad. That's the one that I'm curious about. How much is Baghdad going to take? Is it just over here? Or are they also going to take stuff in North Africa? We shall see. The United African Republic is also not relegated to just West Africa anymore. They broke through the barrier that is the Sahara and exploded into North Africa, so Baghdad is not the only one kind of like taking bits and pieces away from Alvern. Zapatoslavia is still going after Takra, and Takra's capital is being sieged down. The war goal is very much in reach. Two Sicilies is allied with Zapatoslavia. It's looking very dicey over there. And oh yeah, okay, so Free Smart is allied with Zapadoslavia, so therefore they are joining in on the war. Wait a minute. Oh, and the Flanders Realm is allied with Takra, therefore the Flanders Realm is fighting a losing war. You're not gonna win Flanders Realm against Zapadoslavia. Like the West Slavs would be hard to beat as it is, but you're adding Free Smart. You are asking for death. You are asking to die. It's as simple as that. So, you know, the Flanders Realm got independence. That's fantastic. That's cool. You know, happy to see them independent again. But their alliance choices, you know, not the best. And then, well, I mean, it's not just like having the alliance; it's also honoring the alliance. They could have said no to the call to arms, but they didn't. Baghdad is going after Liang, and because Baghdad is going after Liang, the Great Shu is also involved as well. So Baghdad is going to have a hell of a time once again crossing over and getting through to Liang's heartland, which is, you know, in central China. Liang and Shu are, as well as Karadel, because Karadel is a vassal. Altai is a vassal of Liang. You know, it is a united front here. It is a united front. Oh, Liang actually built... Oh no, that was the capital of the old Ukrainian state that was over here, the Cossack state. Baghdad is just going to be really spread out throughout this entire war. They have to ship all these troops over from the west that they got from because of the war with Alverne. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's like I think Shu and Liang will eventually be pushed back if Baghdad can rally to their own call. What are the wars? Okay, the wars have died down. West Africa, though, a united West African Republic has gained land over here. They are huge. There's a big green country, and I thoroughly enjoy that. America is still going after Alverne over here. Cascadia is somehow still alive. I don't know how. Wanakama, turned Peru, has effectively united all of South America. There's nothing left down here. Not even the Nupe are down there anymore. Ailcork still holds the Falklands as well as South Georgia, but Wanakama, they're doing it. They are making waves. So Takra's capital is down. The Flanders realm is in what can only be described as an existential crisis because they are being absolutely dismantled. I have to imagine Zapadoslavia is going to take a lot of that land, or at least annex quite a few provinces. And Free Smart, like, why wouldn't they take some land too? At least like a few provinces, right? Let's see. Zapadoslavia, 77 war score. Oh boy. And then once the Flanders realm is done, it's like, what's stopping them from just fully sieging down Takra? Nothing. Takra barely has any overseas possessions. It's just... there's nothing really stopping them. Ailcork's separatists are rising up, but that's not going to do much. Let's go ahead and see how much land they lost. Oh, that's a lot. I'm not even going to count how many provinces, but, you know, you can see exactly how much. Ugh. It is rough times to be a member of Scarlet Culture. Oh, no, wait, what? They are not even Scarlet Primary Culture anymore. I didn't notice this, but Alverne enforced culture on the Flanders realm. Because with a personal union, you can enforce your culture upon your subject, and I think it stokes the liberty desire a huge amount. Alvern chose to do that, though. Do we have a revolution at all? Holy shit, we do. Hold on here. Hold on. Fontaine turned West Indies is the heart of this revolutionary fervor. Oh man, what did Fontaine do to deserve this revolutionary fervor? I wonder. Doc, could you enlighten us as to what the revolution could be analogized to in Genshin Impact? Because I have no idea. I really don't. The revolution is gonna only spread to the Americas, I have to imagine. And I don't know who in the Americas would go revolutionary other than Fontaine. Maybe Cuba if it spreads over there, but right now it's only spreading to Acadia. But Acadia is not independent. That's the thing. Or wait, no. They have liberty desire. They don't want to declare war though, because I mean, Free Smart is powerful. They have a very big navy. You know. What else do we got? Yep, Baghdad, you're still going for this? Okay, Baghdad is pushing. They are pushing the front line back into Liang and Shu, but it's just, it takes so long to just get through to the heartlands of Liang and Shu. Sure, like the outermost forts might be pretty weak. Citadel got their fort siege down, but it's like the one at Liang or Uday. Good luck. There should be another fort around here somewhere. Is that Hami? That's a level 8 fort. It's gonna take a while to get through. Baghdad versus Altai. Let's take a look. Altai lacks the discipline, they lack the morale, they lack the tactics. So Altai summarily loses that fight. Oh no, Baghdad lost that fight. My bad. My bad. The numbers advantage was there. Shit. My bad. Oh, I also remember Shera did lose a big war last time. They got, their military was just exhausted, like legitimately exhausted. Their manpower ran dry, and they tried their damnedest to stop Kalahandi and Sumeru, but there was just nothing. They couldn't. They could not stop the onslaught, the human waves of troops coming southward. It was too much. United West Africa, allied with Mexico, the Flanders realm, and the New Mayrids. It's cool that the New Mayrids are, they're somehow surviving. They're just not any sort of factor politically. They are very weak. Cuba is having its revolutionary fervor stoked. Time will tell if we see anyone take up the revolution. It's entirely possible no one takes up the revolution. It is entirely possible. Free Smart is now going after Afrikaner. Oh, just straight up. Free Smart's going after United West Africa. What do you want? What do you want from them, though? Oh, I see. I forgot. Free Smart has this little chunk of land, and they of course want some of this land by the Niger River. Niger River? I don't know. Something. And for some reason, the the papacy saw the impiety of the Congolese and said, no, you're supposed to be how it was historically. Let me convert you. I don't think the Congolese are going to like that. But they don't have any allies. Congo has no allies. Chokwi has Yemen, even though Chokwi is not Islamic. Interesting. White peace was signed here. There's literally no border changes. It's like I said before, it just takes too long. It takes too long to get to the heartland, to get any sizable amount of war score that is over 10. Let's see. Vinland, are you involved in anything? Nope. You're just allied with the Flanders realm and Zapadoslavia. Free Smart, are you invading fully? No. Maybe Free Smart is just... No, they're taking their time with the Flanders realm. Again, the United African Republic is not even like a terrible ally. It's got a sizable troop number, but it's like when compared to other like huge powers like Free Smart, no, the United African Republic sucks. But if you compare it to like Yemen, yes, they are very sizable. If you compare them to Alverne as of late, yes, they are very sizable. I just feel bad for the Flanders realm. It was looking so good. They were back in action. They were so back. And now they're reduced to this. They're reduced to being the bitch of Free Smart and Zapadoslavia. Oh, the pain. Oh, the pain. Okay, so Free Smart is actually invading along the Niger River. Okay, well, the siege is going to take a while. And just look at the morale difference. Look at that morale difference. Any fight Free Smart takes, it is going to be horrific for the West Africans. Because there is a 5 technology difference. Oh my goodness. Oh, and I don't even know if I showed the spawn for the new institution from last part. But in case I didn't, we have the Enlightenment that spawned in Valois, and then we have Industrialization that spawned in Piedmont, which gave its monarch points to Mondstadt. So unnecessary. So fucking unnecessary, man. Like, why Mondstadt of all places? I get that it's probably like game factors and shit, but it feels like, did they really need it? Did they really need the 100 monarch points in every category? I feel like I don't feel like they needed it. Baghdad is taking out its anger against Delhi and Ava. Su is getting invaded by Shu and Liyue. Liyue is no longer a subject state. Excuse me, had to cough. Ryukyu is actually bigger than I thought. They have a huge like maritime empire down here. Well, huge being subjective. Like, it's not just over here. In fact, they lost their home islands, but they got exiled and they expanded. So, good on you, Ryukyu. You're making the best out of a bad situation. Oh my goodness. Su, you are a tributary, and you will break that tributary status eventually. Liyue is defending against Shu, as well as Su. I have a feeling that Liyue may very well get fully annexed, because they have no allies in that. What other wars do we got? Oh no, I thought... for a second, I thought I saw someone else on there, on the side of the Flanders realm. I was about to be very intrigued. Like, if they were fighting someone like Free Smart or Zapadoslavia, that would have been wild. But nope, it's still going downhill for the West Africans. What do we have? The papacy is. Are you winning against the Congo? No. The Congo is just dealing with rebels. Free Smart actually won the siege at Ijebu, and then the Livonian Order is invading across the Sahara. West Africa is in dire straits. Free Smart is about to fucking They are about to have a very vested interest along the Niger River. Oh, particulars in the Isles. I mean, obviously they can be easily defeated, but still. They will be raising the autonomy ever so slightly. Alvern is going after Cascadia, but I don't know how it's going to turn out, so The revolution spreads further. Maybe Bremen, maybe Bremen will embrace the revolution. It's spreading to Vermont. What would revolutionary Vermont even be like? That is something I'm intrigued by. Also, Vermont doesn't have any... they don't have any allies. The United States is allied with Fontaine and Friesmart, so the United States is plenty safe. America, you are at war with Cuba for Santiago, but I don't know if you're going to really get to them. Your fleets are about equal, and you are behind in technology. 2 military techs behind, 4 diplomatic techs behind, and 4 administrative techs behind. You need to catch up very soon. Otherwise, the tech difference is going to really start showing, and you may very well lose next time to Vermont. Just saying. Wanakama is keeping up. The Lost Legion is kind of keeping up. The Numerids are keeping up. Friesmart won against the United West African Republic, and it's a big chunk that went to Friesmart. As a big old chunk. And then Baghdad is, they're going in on the wait a minute, whoa. Baghdad. Is that because Vinland is in this? I mean, surely Baghdad is going to turn the tide. Surely Vinland and the Flanders realm that is now cut in two, they won't be the thing that topples over Baghdad. I don't think so. I mean, let's look at the army quality comparison. The discipline is about the same. The Flanders realm has more morale. The Baghdad has a little bit more tactics. So, on the face of it, it's just over time, the Flanders realm should be losing. They don't have as big of an army, and their quality is about on par. The Baghdad has over 300,000 troops in reserve, 300,000 manpower. They can do this all day. Vinland, what about you? They don't. They have about 80,000 troops on the front, 90,000, 100,000, about 100,000, with about 50,000 manpower. I don't know. This offensive is interesting, but I think Baghdad is going to turn the tide soon enough. Just streams, rivers even, of Vinlandic, Flanders troops, Baghdadi troops. There's so fucking much. And keep in mind, they're force marching some of this stuff too. I'm going to check the other wars real quick. Liang is going in on Japan, seeking to unite the Korean Peninsula. Shanara is going after Mukwa, but I don't know if you're going to be able to do much. Unless, okay. So, Mukwa is also at war with Chokwi, and Chokwi is weakening Mukwa very much. I'm just curious how vulnerable Mukwa is going to be, because, I mean, obviously they're going to lose to Chokwi, but are they going to be weak enough for Shanara to do anything? Shanara is about 3 to 4 techs ahead, but Mukwa is an ocean away. Quite literally an ocean away, because it's an imperialist war. I believe Kalahandi is going to form Nagpur next, because Kalahandi is going after Ilishipur directly. And Shera, their military is 2 techs behind, shattered, and Sumeru is in this. So, yeah, Sheta, it has been a good run. It has been a good run. Baghdad was pushed back at Mush. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Baghdad might be meeting its match. This is a nationalist war for Konya. Konya is right here. Baghdad is nowhere near. Vinland, and as well as the Flanders realm, and a little bit of Team No Name in there, they could be doing it. I don't wanna say anything definitive right now, but it's looking a little dicey for Baghdad. They need to call up those reserves and quick. Let's go ahead and see the revolution, how far it's spread. It's spread into Bremen. It's spread a little bit into Vermont. It's not spread to South America at all. It's spreading more in Acadia and a little bit into Cascadia. No, Cascadia is dead. 5837 was partitioned between Auvergne and Acadia. Huh. Interesting. And now, Mexico is going after Acadia. Does that mean Free Smart is in this? No, it's just straight up America versus Acadia. Cool. I'm curious to see how dedicated Mexico really is to invading Pink Canada. Let's see, and the revolution has spread a little bit. It's spread a little bit to Europe. So no signs of anyone embracing it yet. Let me see. Fontaine? No. But Fontaine is going in, is trying to take over the Turk Islands. So, did they succeed? It is! Very well done, Fontaine. Clap, clap, clap. You have actually done a successful naval invasion. I'll give you a head pat. Okay, I think Baghdad is actually rallying. There's 3 big armies here, and the Flanders realm as well as Vinland, they're not joined together as much as they were. So I think the tide is finally turning against the Flanders realm. It took a while though for Baghdad to bring up its troops. Like that, it was looking a little iffy. But finally, the reserves come through in the end. The Flanders realm is still like doing some random stuff in northern Arabia. Not too sure what the hell they think they're doing. Liyue is now a vassal. Welcome to the club. Kalahandi. They're trying to fight Sheta. Sheta is trying to fight Kalahandi as best they can, but the twin snakes, they're striking, and they're striking hard. Baghdad is unsieging Diyarbakir. Oh no, that's Aurika. Diyarbakir is right here. Yeah, it's... Did Vinland peace out? No, Vinland is still in this, but they're maxed out their army at about 150k, and their manpower is they're barely getting any manpower at this point. It's not easy. It's not easy. The West Africans are trying to help out a little bit. Team No Name is helping out a little bit, but Baghdad just has so many troops. They can be anywhere they need to be. You know, it's not that hard for them. They haven't even made a dent in their own manpower pool. It's only, what, maybe 40,000 30 to 40,000 troops they've spent in terms of their own manpower pool. Lots of particulars rising up. I have to imagine it might be from the revolutionary ideas or like events relating to the revolution. Saleh, are you actually vassal? No, you're just you're chilling under Sultan Muhammad II Al-Tadsi. What are you? Oh yeah, this is for Konya, and Baghdad has Konya. I do think the Flanders realm is they are cooked. They are cooked through and through, seared, grilled. And Kalahandi's done it. Sumeru and Kalahandi, a joint venture, a joint conquest against Shera, the second one, and they've done it. And Ilishipur, as soon as Ilishipur is cored, I believe we will see Nagpur. Oh, and Kalahandi is allied with Shanara as well, so Shanara gets even more Hindu friends. Liang, you're gonna need to do something more than just occupy the Korean peninsula. How's your navy, actually? It's a little bit bigger than the Japanese, but it's not overwhelming. Peace is had between the Flanders realm and Baghdad, and I don't think Baghdad took any provinces. Yeah, it's not looking like it. You know who we have not seen actually go to war in a while? It's Mondstadt. Like, they've been a little quiet. This, at least this entire part 15, they haven't declared war. They're quiet. They don't feel like it. West Indies, or Fontaine, West Indies, whatever you want to say. I think they're going to get the Turk Islands. I think Cuba lost this war. What? Oh, I guess that was a colonial nation. Like, that's not any name I really recognize. So, what are those rebels for? But then I saw the flag, and yeah, it's a colonial nation. Oh shit, Takra is not undoing those sieges because they can't, I guess, and those provinces are defecting back to Aelcorks. Interesting. I'm curious if we're gonna get more. Seemingly. Oh, I know, no, okay. It was only a select few provinces that were occupied by Aelcorks or separatists. Not all of them, not all of them. It's just the nobles that might break down Takra. Are you in a disaster, by the way? You're going to have internal conflicts if you don't stop things. Stability is low. Aelcorks, what about you? Are you in a disaster by chance? No, but they're about to go into debt. And there's the debt. Let's go ahead and take a look at the revolution. Let's see how far it is spreading. It's spreading a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, it's not spreading too far. It's not really concentrated in any like serious power. I don't know. Like, what is there an option to embrace the revolution here? They could, and I'm not going to click on it, but they could. God's grace. And they also have a lot of absolute... I think every nation, or AI nation, tries to maximize absolutism, or at least will go for as much of it as they possibly can. And yes, behold the glory that is Orange Nagpur. And of course I want to look to see. Hey, that's my mission tree. Oh, I'm so happy to see it. You don't know how happy I am to see this. Because yes, this is my old mission tree that I made for this was like one of the very first ever mission trees I made in all of EU4. After that was like for a different mod. It wasn't for my own mod, it was for a different mod. And eventually it stayed in that mod, and Doge's Shattered Europa picked it up, and it's now in here. So they can get all of these, or they can get most of these missions done, I believe. But it's gonna take a little bit. It's gonna take a little bit. They would have to go to war with Sumeru, but I don't think they want to betray. I don't think Nagpur wants to betray Sumeru. They are very good friends. And Nagpur has some okay ideas. Well, definitely better than Kalahandi. So let's see how they do. They cannot form Bharat. I might enable them to form Bharat / Hindustan if things keep progressing as they do. Anyways, Shu is going after Ava. Ava is at war with 3 sides. Takra, Takra is not going to really do anything. Shu and Nagpur, because Ava is still allied with Delhi. Let's keep going. I think Delhi might actually just be fully annexed after this. And Avam has the potential to be fully annexed. No, they don't. They still have land in Sumatra. And because they have that land in Sumatra, they are pretty much safe. Altai, I don't know why you tried to rebel or anything, but as you do. I'm seeing things lag on Streamlabs. I hope that's not gonna translate to like any audio lag or anything. If it does, I'm gonna be very mad. Anyways, Su, you're at war with Shanara. So Shanara is actually performing a successful naval invasion. So they might actually take land here. I'm kind of shocked. It's kind of odd. But alright. Perfectly fine. What other wars do we got going on? Okay, Mondstadt is at war with Team No Name, the Flanders Realm, and, miners, the Numerids and the Etruscans. Is it Etruscans or Etruscans? I think I'll stick with Etruscans. Baghdad, with Free Smart this time, is going after Liang and Shu. I mean, sure, Free Smart's gonna help, but good luck getting to the core. The core of China. Avan and Takra. Mexico against Acadia. I have a feeling Mexico's completely winning. Okay, they're winning, but it's not as hardcore winning as I thought. And the rest is just miscellaneous stuff. Shanara is going after Su, which they're doing a very good job at. They really are. It's really cool to see that Shanara actually landed enough troops and took over. Although they might very well be like a tributary afterwards. I'm not sure. Free Smart, did you just... No, you didn't. It's like, you're exiled in Baghdad's land. Did you just peace out? No, they didn't. Shu and Liang have plenty of manpower to rely on, so does Baghdad. Free Smart has so much manpower, almost 600,000 troops in reserve. Ava, where is your capital? Ah, okay. So Ava moved its capital to Sumatra, so not a lot of war score just by occupying this land here. You're gonna need to do something different. I think we'll go to like 83 or 84. 1783, 1784. And it's just the Flanders realm. They can't do anything. It's Mondstadt this time that's invading them. And I think Team No Name might be Dunzo as well. Ugh. Brutal. Brutal stuff. And for some reason we have a Pacific Island nation independent. I mean, I'm not objecting to it. It's just a little strange, but hey, we have Viti Levu. And I hate that national idea. I hate this national idea trend. It started in Leviathan, but it's a personal pet peeve of mine because I do national ideas in my main mod, and they don't say Fijian or it doesn't say like our Fijian traditions. It says our Fijian canoe. Give us, like, what? Why can't you just say Fijian traditions? What was so wrong with that? It's a pet peeve. Oh well. Okay. As I was assuming, they're like Shu and Liang aren't able to defend out in the steppes, they won a victory right there. But the real test of things is if Baghdad and Free Smart are going to be able to get to the core. Hami is one piece of the puzzle. Another piece of the puzzle is Beijing. That's another big fort. There should be another fort around here. Let me take a look. There's one at Ningwu. Where's the here you go, fort level. So there's one over here in Garzei and one over here in Hanzhong. I would say once Beijing, Ningwu, and Hanzhong fall, like this chain of 4, and also Pingyang, then like you've really got Shu and Liang by the ropes. If you can get though, like even just like 2 of those 4, Baghdad and Free Smart will be in good graces to win this war. But if they don't, it's like this: the major economic base of these 2 powers is not threatened at all. This is all extra, extra economic gains that they don't necessarily need to survive. The Flanders was pieced out. I think they lost a little bit. Yeah, they did. They lost a little bit more land up here. It is unfortunate, but that's just how the way things go. They can't hold out. They can't do anything. Mexico, what did you take? You took a couple provinces. That's just a couple provinces. All right. Takra, are you in internal conflicts? They are very close. It's not progressing anymore, but oh no, it does. Currently at 0 progress. Oh, there we go. I had to load in. Yeah, it's gonna start at 1783. Takra might very well fall into internal conflicts. It is rough goings. Is this an imperialist war, by the way? I think it is. It is. So the aim is Kaifeng right here. I don't really know if Free Smart is going to be able to. They got one piece of the wall down, Beijing. Baghdad and them, they need to do a little bit more though. And they are. Baghdad is coming through. What is it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Liang and Shu are just taking loss after loss. Being sent back. Yep, Free Smart is starting to take the coast. The economic base is getting invaded. Baghdad just has the quality, man. They got the quality. Never mind. No, they don't. What the fuck am I saying? Shu has more discipline, a little bit less morale, but more tactics. So Baghdad just purely has staying power. They have so much manpower to work with that, they can outlast. And Shu and Liang don't have enough troops on the ground to stave off Free Smart and Baghdad. I mean, they're the 2 biggest powers in the world right now. What do you expect? Or one of the 2 biggest powers. Just one of the 2. I think we'll go to... Let's go to August of 1784. Kaifeng is under siege. Kaifeng is under siege. That's big, and that's big trouble. Liang, you need to do something. Otherwise, once the capital goes down, you're gonna be losing a lot of land. Yeah, minus 27 war score. Suddenly, things got a whole lot worse. Oh, Liang. All this is gonna turn ugly. Free Smart is just running roughshod through the entire eastern part of China, and they're not a damn thing that Liang is doing, or can do, really. Damn, I didn't think Baghdad would be able to do it, but they have. But they are. Credit to them. They brought in their ally, and they're getting the job done. I cannot fault that. That is using your resources to your absolute advantage. Ale corks. You know, hold on. When did this start? Let me just... I want to make sure Ale corks is not bugged out. What? Oh, they just signed the peace. Okay. Alright, alright. I also think it's a problem that Shu is also at war with Ava at the same time. Like, they're not getting anything out of that war. Mondstadt is at war with the papacy, Fontaine, Cuba, the Livonian Order. Ooh. And Germian now. That's a little interesting. Because Mondstadt, they obviously have so many more troops than the Livonian Order, but the Livonian Order is kind of far away, and they are going to definitely protect their overlord, Pope Eugenius V. But I mean, Mondstadt's going to just... They're going to roll on through. What are you going to do against Mondstadt? What are you going to do? Oh, wait, well, okay. Mondstadt's allied to Alverne, so Alverne is protected in essence. That is interesting. Maybe there will be some redemption for the southern French people, or the Occitan people. I think I'm saying that correctly. So we got a big stack of Liang and Shu troops. Maybe they're going to try and stop the advance of Free Smart, but just look at the difference here. Free Smart has the discipline. They have so much morale, and they also have the tactics. Liang just cannot withstand that. Now, when Shu goes up against them, again, the discipline is more so in Shu's favor, but Free Smart has so much morale. So much morale. It is just hard to beat that. Free Smart is hemorrhaging troops, though. Hemorrhaging. But they can afford it. They can afford to hemorrhage troops. They have so much manpower. This is a war that they can afford to take. And it's the same with Baghdad. This is a war they can afford to take. They are running through their manpower reserves, Baghdad more so than Free Smart, but Baghdad still has over 150,000 troops in reserve. They are completely fine. Got about 8 more months to go. Mondstadt, are you exercising your troops well? Because you're going to need to march over all the way to Eastern Europe. Let's also take a look at the revolution, how far it's getting. It's slowly spreading in the Isles. No one has embraced it from what I can tell. So it's kind of a weak revolution right now. It's not doing much. It just is not doing much. Oh man. There's peace. There is peace. And Baghdad, they got a bunch of land, or well, it's not a huge amount of land. Hami was taken. It's an okay province. It's got a fort too, so that should not be underestimated. And Baghdad just got... Oh, actually, that's a nice province. This one has a fort as well. So, profit. Baghdad has profited. And Liang is going to have a lot of provinces ripped away from it. I have to imagine that. Like, there's no way Liang walks away with, without... I mean, there's no way Liang walks... There we go. This is about how much I expected Liang to lose. It's a lot. That's an imperialist war that is a damn success for Baghdad. Free Smart really... If Free Smart was not in that, Liang and Shu would have held out again. I have to imagine that. But because Free Smart was able to, pull their weight and send in a fuckload of troops, we got this. Free Smarter Korea and Baghdadi Mongolia, basically. It is ridiculous. But hey, the AI sometimes is really good about taking advantage of those imperialist wars and their allies. We'll pause it right about here, because the Livonian Order is in full retreat. Mondstadt is at their borders, and the papacy is about to get some land taken away from it. Whilst Friesmart has a bunch of rebels back home. I mean, they're not gonna win, obviously, but it's still quite a bit of rebels. And is their no, the capital is not sieged down. Ooh, they are upgrading the monument at Versailles. Cool. All right, but I think we can wrap it up for now. No new institute. Well, the new institution I did show, and yeah. For now, let's just go ahead and look at that leaderboard and look at that big Chokwi. They won against Mukwa. They fully annexed Kitata. And damn, the Congolese are powerful. The West Africans are unfortunately not nearly as powerful. Wanakama is going after the Lost Legion, and Mexico is going after... No, it's Mexico that initiated this. Mexico wants that. Alright. And Vermont is allied with Cuba. The United States is allied with Fontaine and Friesmart still. Alright. Lots of action. But it's more so just the big guys fucking around with the little guys. Anyways. Let's go ahead and take a look at that leaderboard. In first place is Friesmart. In second place is Mondstadt. In third place is Baghdad. In fourth place is Zapadoslavia. In fifth place is Nagpur. In sixth place is Vermont. In seventh place is Mexico. In eighth place is the Livonian Order. In ninth place is Sumeru. In 10th place is Great Shu. In 11th place is the West Indies. And in 12th place is Shannara. And your economic hegemon, soon to be at least, is Friesmart. That'll be all for now. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all in part 16.